And speaking of Discovery Club, we're featuring one of those varietals that definitely you wouldn't come across otherwise.
This is definitely something that I'm excited to see. When I see one on a restaurant on a wine list, I go for it.
Totally. Mencia has that, a history throughout Spain and green Spain.
Right.
But also, it captures a lot of richness and mineral components, I believe. It's one of those terroir-driven wines.
It is. Right. So I think we're what, west of Ribeira do Douro, but higher elevation. So to your point, you can have some richness, but I think it gets some freshness courtesy of the elevation as well.
Exactly. I would compare it in some wild ways to Cab Franc from the Loire, things like that, right?
I sort of think of it exactly. I think Cab Franc, it's sort of a mix of that, a sort of Gamay-esque, a little Pinot Noir, a little almost Barbera. So it's sort of this like fresh, berry-driven, just kind of delightful and really food-friendly.
But a lot of character, too. So this one is the Finca Luna Beberide, Mencia from Bierzo.
We say it one more time. That was beautiful.
Finca Luna Beberide from Bierzo.
I'll let him say it, yes.
It's beautiful. I sometimes think this wine can stand to rich and game. So goat, lamb, elk, things like that. But also, you could do like a beautiful hanger steak.
Absolutely. It has a real kind of dried savory herb note to it as well. So I like that I'm getting that kind of beautiful berry fruit, but then there's also this sort of underbrush and like it's almost like a roasted rosemary.
Totally. Yeah, just freshly burned. A little cola even.
Yeah.
In your reference to Pinot Noir in some way.
Exactly. Such a great wine. Now, this is also a wine that it's getting warm. Yes. I might throw this in the fridge and chill it down a little bit before I serve it. I think just like I would with a Beaujolais. Exactly. Some cases, not cold, but like just chill it down a little bit. Very refreshing with like sitting outside having a barbecue on a hot day. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
And so I think we referenced classical music with this one.
Indeed, the intensity on the wine reminded us of Mozart, Don Giovanni.
It does. Well, Don Giovanni, we're in Spain. Don Giovanni is set by Mozart, is set in Spain. Don Giovanni sings about wine, but there are so many operas actually that reference wine. Of course, there's a very famous, it's called Libiamo, which means let's drink, from Verdi's La Traviata. There's actually an opera called Vanessa. I'm not actually named for it, although my parents told me I was for many years, and I believed them, but I wasn't. But the title character sings about wine and that. So it's I think wine and music, it's
always gone together.
It absolutely has.
And if I'm not mistaken, this might have been the first one that inspired the whole theme of the club.
I think it was. We were thinking about going into the summer. What are you excited about? What's better than enjoying some great wine with great friends and some beautiful tunes.
Exactly. So. Music is just part of our fabric. So, hey, cheers for that.
Cheers.
Love this wine.